the Minister for Forestry, members of the senior management, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a very warm praise. The function is complete.
Hitwani Ngalinvalu, Professor Nigel Healy, the Vice Chancellor of Fijian University, Professor Paul Ilji, the Dean of the College of Agriculture, officiates of Forestry, members of the FMU Senate, the Dean of the College of Business, and Tourism Studies, academic staff, students, ladies and gentlemen, and also staff of the Ministry of Agriculture. I'm good of to you all. Ladies and gentlemen, it is always an honor and pleasure for me to set foot at any university, given that this is where knowledge is created and disseminated. This is where our thinking community is, where most of our brightest minds are. They are the critique and conscious of the society. They are supposed to guide the society, guide us, the policymakers. And I wish to remind you all today that you have a daunting task of pushing the frontier. If we are to remain competitive in the market, if we are to progress, if we are to remain relevant and not being left behind, then you all will play a very critical role. This is why we, government, provide a lot of resources to tertiary institutions, despite being an emerging economy with its own sets of problems and constraints. I have raised this matter as I wanted to jog your memory and remind you all of how important you all are to our Fijian society. Ladies and gentlemen, FNU since its inception in 2010 has come a long way. It has pretty much a full complement of programs and is our national pride. We want it to be our national pride of academic excellence, and for that we'll have to do a number of things. This includes, but not limited to, improvement in infrastructure that will support both teaching and learning and ensure that every student that walks out of the gates of this university has achieved the learning outcomes and that of each of the unit and program have acquired the attributes that is commensurate with a particular program. 2, we need staff to upgrade the qualifications, and for technical staff, teaching staff, to periodically obtain industrial attachment. 3, you need to boost your research and publication and hold public lectures, panel discussions, symposiums, and conferences on contemporary local and global issues. And 4, we need intellectuals in our academic fraternity, the small cadre who will make the policy difference. I fully understand the challenges of getting to this point, and it is not something that one can be achieved within a decade or so. But the university is being steered in the right direction, and I congratulate the Vice Chancellor, Professor Healy, for his leadership in these very trying circumstances. And be rest assured, Vice Chancellor and the fraternity here, that you have our full support. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to acknowledge the vision of the previous Vice Chancellor, Dr. Ganesh Chand, and Council for having the willpower to establish a veterinary program at FNU. I do recall those days when I was in the Senate, and when the program was proposed, there was some mixed feelings about whether we could really run this program, which is a very costly program. This program is not like a program in the business college where we just need a classroom, an IT lab or library to run the program. It requires specialized lab and very highly specialized teaching staff, the least, to effectively deliver this program and ensure that graduates are of high quality. But I can fully understand that this decision to start the program came from the fact that Fiji and the region are facing a major challenge in terms of shortage of veterinarians, which is a critical contributing factor towards ensuring that we could grow and develop our livestock sector. Animal welfare is now becoming a critical issue, and our countries could not afford to send their students to university in Australia and New Zealand. Even these countries have limited space, plus not all universities offer this program due to the high cost of delivery. My recollection of university in New Zealand, I think only 2 universities some 10 years ago used to offer this program. I don't know what's the status now. Lincoln and I think University of Queensland used to offer veterinary program then, but I don't know what's the status now. So again, congratulations to FNU for listening to the calls of not only Fiji, but also from the other members of the Pacific Island countries to starting this program, which no doubt will be a major boost to the small island countries' quest to develop its livestock sector. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are here to enter into another milestone project, that of constructing a veterinary teaching hospital. A veterinary teaching hospital plays an important role in providing hands-on practical experience to veterinarians of tomorrow on how to handle animals and treat them. But it is not an easy task to establish a teaching hospital as such. It is easy to construct a building, but we need the right equipment, specialists, interns, experts in the fields of anesthesia to specialized medicines. We may also be required to board specialists in both large and small animal intestine, internal medicine, surgery, cardiology, neurology, ophthalmology, anesthesiology, radiology, emergency and critical care, dermatology, oncology, animal protection, and more. You will have referrals from across Fiji in our own ministry's paravets who undertake a lot of primary care of animals. We will also require routine healthcare accreditation, 24-hour emergency service, intensive care, and on-farm animal care provided through an ambulatory service. To attract international students and to have integrity in this program, the hospital will require international accreditation successed by the American Animal Hospital Association, which means it meets more than 900 standards that represent the best practices in veterinary care and hospital management. Standards focus on quality of care in anesthesia, contagious disease, dentistry, pain management, patient care, surgery, and emergency care. Ladies and gentlemen, veterinary students from all 6 years of the curriculum learn through active engagement in the care of animal patients. They will be exposed to a range of clinical and medical problems on an ongoing basis that is found actually on the field. And this has been an issue. If you look at the normal medical colleges, is the issue of about where do you place your students so that they get exposure on hands-on clinical practices. And therefore, some of the constraints to universities, the two universities that were offering the medical program is issue of placement of the students. So in this case, in the case of the veterinary program that we have, having our own teaching hospital will solve that issue. This veterinary hospital will also be of great help to upgrade and provide regular upskilling to our paravets, which will be a cost-effective way of providing veterinary service to our farmers in the agriculture ministry, which is spread across throughout the country. Unlike some other countries, New Zealand or Australia, we've got our paravets who are graduates of the same college or College of Agriculture some time back with diploma or even general degree, but some specialized training are undertaking paravet work. They are scattered throughout Fiji, in small islands, etc. And I think this is a great opportune time for us to bring them along and get training here. Our animal health and husbandry extension officers can also be upskilled and multitask to handle basic veterinary works if they go through short internship programs at this teaching hospital. I urge the college to ensure that the veterinary teaching hospital have a core of experts that is readily available for consultation and service to individual farmers who bring the animals along, groups or corporations and government establishments on all aspects of livestock production, and assist us in border control biosecurity measures, which is a challenge that Fiji is grappling with. At the moment, we're actively pursuing the eradication of TB and brucellosis amongst our beef and dairy cattle, which has really affected our dairy industry. And countries like Australia have struggled for 40 years to get the TB and brucellosis under control, and we have just begun. And with the establishment of the veterinary teaching hospital, it greatly assists us. And your students as well can be placed with us in actually how to undertake this whole procedure of getting to the farms and getting samples out, testing them, and undertaking the core aspect of TB and brucellosis eradication. Very soon we also expect to see symposiums on contemporary animal welfare and medical issues where experts from outside will participate in the discourse, which will not only benefit the veterinarians but also our students. So I think with the establishment of this teaching hospital, we do expect to see more discourse taking place. There will be exchanges, there will be panel discussion, public lectures, seminars on contemporary issues. And without having this, if you have this discourse in Australia, New Zealand, or other countries, then you may not be dealing with contemporary issues that we are facing here. So, with the establishment at our own backyard, this will greatly help us to deal with the contemporary issues that we are facing. I call upon, in conclusion, I call upon development partners to support the hospital in picking up the core budget, the funding, and also the PICs to support the hospital by sending the students here rather than outside universities, as practical exposure at this hospital will deal with similar cases in other small island states which won't be found in overseas universities. So with these words, I want to thank the university in their support to boost our livestock sector, and it's my pleasure to undertake this groundbreaking work to begin construction of the first ever veterinary teaching hospital by the Fijian University. Thank you.
There we go. We will also